Hello. We're live. My bad. Few minutes late. Oops. All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about life for men who fall for the lie. But we got some wait time. We're going to get started in like 9 minutes. I want to hang out a little bit. I don't get to hang out in the chat as much right now, so I'm going to start cracking my first beers. You guys come in. Opening question, guys. Do you collect things? What and why? Do you collect things? What and why? Oh, I'll start, guys. I got this. It's a new addiction. All right, so I'm loving collecting silver coins now. I'm part of the Wall Street Silver. I'm an ape. If you guys don't know what that is, check out Wall Street Silver. I'm a fan. And these things are so addicting, man. Oh, and you guys know my personality. I love shiny. Oh, get some silver, I would say. But what do you guys like to collect? What do I need? I need a drink. What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Arjan? Greetings from Quedlinburg in Germany. Cool. Technology is pretty cool. It's kind of messed up some of the dating game. We all know that, but it's cool for stuff like this. I'm back on the Trulies. Strawberry tea. All right. Oh. I think I have everything set up. I think I'm ready. What's up, Gerara? Ooh, maybe I'm not ready. Do I need to make a drinking game? Hey, anybody in the chat got an idea for a drinking game? Let me think about this. So we're gonna watch like 8 or 9 shorter videos. What can we look in this? Okay. Here's the drinking game, guys. Shoot, I don't have a slide for it. I could actually probably make it real quick. I got 7 minutes, right? Oh, my buddy just texted me. Oh, the 9. Ooh, maybe I will. We'll see. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. What am I doing? I'm making a drinking game, guys. So anytime today, you can do whatever beverage you want. I know it's a Wednesday. Shoot, I should have made these like on a weekend or something. It's like a weekend for me, whenever, but didn't even think about that. All right. Anytime we see a man that we think is falling for the lie, which I haven't even explained yet, so more to it. Let me see if I can make one real quick. Again, anyone on replay, you know that you can just go to 10 minutes in, but right now I'm going to see if I can whip something up real quick. See, I'll put a timer on me, guys. I'm starting right now. See if I can whip up a quick drinking game. Okay, anytime is falling the lie. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this in. Yep. Ooh, this is gonna be tough though. How do I? Okay. I got this. Good thing I gave myself 10 minutes. What slide is this? All right. You got it, Jake. You got it. I always had tricks up my sleeve in case I ever needed to stall in the classroom. All right, let's see here. Let's see if this works. No, that's not going to work. I just exported the wrong slide. How much time do I have on the clock? That's right. I have enough, I know. I'll get it done, guys. Slide 15. All right, let's see. I think I got it. What do I have? Oh, I still got 4 minutes? Are you kidding me? This is like an eternity. I love it. Okay. Okay. Let's see if it works out. Yep. Yep. I got it. Beautiful. Okay. I got to bring that up on the next slide, the movie slide. Whoo! I'm such a procrastinator. Gets my blood going. Gives me a rush. What's up, Sir Jake? What's up, B. Martin? Any collectors out there? Oh, blades. Semi-precious stones. Man, I love stones. Yeah. I mean, they're all over my neck. And metals. Nice. Look at this. Guys, look at this beauty. This is real money. I'd prefer if this was a dolphin, but whales are cool. Ooh, I can remember to make a couple more sound effects. Boom. What's up, Striped? Nope. It's perfect. I've given myself 10 minutes now to start. I needed it this time. I think I can get this. No, I won't. Well, I got 2 minutes. It's kind of cold. It certainly has a shine. That's because you're the man, Nicholas. I just love to play with this, man. I got a couple of pieces out that I just play with when I'm watching TV or something. I just can't help it. I'm addicted, guys. What are we talking about today? The lie. That's right. The lie. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute till we get started. How are our sound effects doing, guys? We got this one. Wait.
Those who say don't know, those who know don't say. I'm done walking with the herd, it's time I go my own way.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You sexy thing, you.
Love is misery. Love is miserable. I think I'll be a bachelor and I'll swing and I won't fall in love. I'll just be loveful, be kind and good and have fun.
Okay, we're getting ready. We're getting ready to go. Remember, do you collect things? Let us know in the comments later. All right, guys. Here's what we're going to start with. For life for men who fall for the lie. So, how we're going to start this, I guess. Okay, so the overall goal of this one is to not get sucked into the old lie. Because when you get sucked into the old lie, the love lie, the Disney love lie, in today's world, you're screwed. If you play by old rules in the new rules here of the dating culture, you're in trouble. To give you a little warm-up start here, these are the things you don't want to do. So this is, shout out to Stava Joseph. I like his Instagram. I've shouted him out before. He posts a lot too. My ex really set the bar hard for the next man. He got me flowers every week. Took me on lunch dates outside on a blanket with my favorite wine. Cooked for me all the time. I'm literally not dealing with less. Okay, so this is that guy. This is the guy that we would say fell for the lie. Do everything for, be the perfect gentleman, blah, 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 happily ever after. And then we got Nathan here saying, so why is he an ex? And she says, because he wasn't cute. I was trying something different. So again, what he did here might have worked back in the day. I don't know. I wasn't alive there. It might have worked in like the Notebook type setting if you've seen that movie. But today's world, it doesn't work, as you can see here. All it does is sets the standard higher for the next guy in this crazy hypergamous world right now that we're living in. Here's another one here. All right, so I met this one girl on Monday. We talked all day. In the next, and she wanted pizza from Chicago. So that weekend, I flew us both out and we had that pizza. Ladies, if he wants you, you'll know. Fellas, don't ever do no dumb stuff like that. We don't even talk anymore. Another lesson learned, right? He learned the hard way after doing all of this, but that's part of the lie. Is the Disney love. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's the blue pill. It's the mainstream. Love will see it through. And I don't even know, guys, how did this happen? Was it straight propaganda? Because I guess I can't even say that, because marriage used to be also for practical reasons. It wasn't for love. It just somehow it got weaved in here, and everyone gets tricked into this Disney love that if you do everything for a woman, that's your job, and you're being the perfect gentleman happily ever after. If you are the perfect man, she will be the perfect woman for you. That is a bunch of that buzzer's a little bit delayed. Maybe I gotta fix that. So one more thing here I want to show you, and then we're gonna get to some of the videos. And actually, this is shout out to Red Pilled Rican on Instagram. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see this very well. There's too many of them. Okay, so I have a video I'm going to show you guys, and that we'll go over this. But what he posted here on his Instagram, again, shout out to Red Pilled Rican, is this would be like the classic, this is the worst type of nightmare you're going to live with if you are a zombie walking through life believing the lie. And this isn't something that's out of the ordinary. This is something that happens to most men. If you're not intentional and you're not aware of these things, this will happen to you. This is not a small percentage. If you're just walking through life without critical thinking, this will happen to you if you play this game, you believe in this lie. And as a quick little example, if you think that people are really good at critical thinking, just go grocery shopping and just look around. How many free breathers do you see? Versus how many face diapers do you see? So if someone is not critical thinking and really checking themselves, this can happen to you, and I don't wish this upon anyone. So let's get to This video here, I'm going to have to pause it because it's showing us what Red Pill Rican had there, but it's going to basically give you a little snapshot of what will happen if you walk through life as a drifter. If you walk through the love life, the dating scene as a drifter, not critically thinking. Okay, so it starts up there. We got girl saying, I want marriage. Guy going, okay. Then we have wife saying, I want kids. And guy or husband now saying, okay. They got the kid. Now it's showing wife complaining, nagging, or something. Or maybe I'm just putting my own filter on, but that's what I think it's alluding to here. Now it shows guy off the computer, right? Off of doing his casual hobby or whatever he was going to do. Now he's doing work around the house. She's putting him to work. This is when we've talked about the manipulated man, how women are expert delegators at a certain stage. So once she gets her husband, she knows how to delegate. She's learned how to do this her whole life. All right, now we got man at work doing presentation. Oh, look at the time. He comes home. He's tired. And right when he comes home, he meets the boss lady. The nagging continues. He goes outside, plays with the children. This is wife or mother going, the romance is gone and he doesn't give me enough attention. And girlfriends here say, yeah, girl, you deserve better. And then we got Tyrone here on Facebook DMing her going, you're so beautiful, I can't stop thinking about you. And her going, stop, you know I'm married. Now we got guy gonna go golfing. Get some words as he's leaving, some nagging. Tyrone says, come on, let me come over for coffee while he's at work. Okay, but just for coffee and a chat, Tyrone. Then we got whoever made these graphics, that's pretty funny. We got Tyrone and her bumping it. And then we have guy coming home, how could you do that to me? And she says, he made me feel special. Divorce, guy upset, girl with bags of money. Now again, guys, you got to be aware these days. This is a different world. It's a Wild West. It's a shootout out there. Okay, guy over here, sad. Tyrone in the house. So guy in little tiny house, kicked out of his own home. Tyrone and wifey Pooh with the dog. And then we got, we miss daddy. And then she goes, oh no, the kids are going to hate me. Oh gosh, this is tough, guys. I hope this doesn't give anyone PTSD. Your daddy is living a new life now. He doesn't have time for you. Wow, guys, this is such a different world than most guys would ever believe could happen. All right, dejected, drinking, just lonely. It's your father's fault because he mistreated me and ignored me for years, is what she tells the children. Thank you, everyone, for your support. And then you got all the guys here, the simps. What an a-hole. It sucks that you had to go through that. I'll always be there for you. And then what's she telling the children? Your dad is probably out there with a new girlfriend while I take care of you kids. Nope, he's just bummed out and lonely. We got time for bed, kids. We got knock knock and one of these guys from Facebook's at the door. Ugh. I'm depressed and lonely and I don't know what to do. So buddy guy says, try online dating. Sorry, guys, this might have been me. Like, hey, try online dating. This would have been me. I'm glad I understand this more about this. Like, if buddies in my real life go through something like this would have been me before finding out, like understanding MGTOW and understanding this whole, I would just be like, oh yeah, dude, try online dating. And I wouldn't understand what's going on, but I'm glad I do more now. We got Plenty of Fish. Plenty of Fish. I was on Plenty of Fish back in like 2010. Oh yeah, way back in the day. Don't even bother if you're shorter than 6'2" and don't have a hot body. Must have a lot of money and treat me like a princess. My kids always come first. This guy's just like, what the? And then you got, remember kids, daddy loves you and misses you a lot. And then the kids say, whatever, dad, we know that you have a new girlfriend and don't have time for us. Dad sends ex-wife text. Why did you tell the kids that I had a new girlfriend and didn't have time for them? Because it's probably true. And don't try to talk crap about me to them or you'll never get to see them again. And then he has to see this on Facebook and just bashes his computer. Oh, yikes. Okay. So this video is actually on female dating strategies, and they were making fun of this. But it's just, that's sad. I bet you most guys know somebody in their life that has gone through a story very similar to this. Yikes. Okay, so that is the purpose of today, is to not become one of the men that fall for the lie. And the other kind of purpose is, again, looking at this like a scientist. How does something like this happen? How can the video I just showed, that thing, this should be super uncommon. This should be such an exception that it should be like, Adam, why would you even show that? That would never happen. But because this happens, there's a lot of factors about why. And so, again, we're going to look at this from a scientist perspective and also just from a red pill, just be careful, guys, type perspective. So let's start, though, with the drinking game. The brand new, there it is. I got it ready. Okay, so drinking game rules for today, guys. Anytime a man is falling for the lie, take a drink. So the lie is that each time you see a man fall for the Disney love lie, take a drink. This is when you see a guy basically fall into the happy wife, happy life. You see him playing along, or you see him taking disrespect or taking behavior that he shouldn't take. If a man was red pilled and he saw this behavior, he'd be like, there's no way I'm going to put up with this. But when you're sucked into the lie, you become a zombie, and we see this in society a lot. Not everyone likes when you talk about that part, because, you know, being red pill is more than just with the woman atmosphere. But yeah, so anytime we see kind of a zombie in that sense on the blue pill, he's sucking on the blue pill, take a drink. I don't know what happened to that. I'll keep it up here just in case we need it later. Okay. Boom. So let's start with, how does this happen? How does this type of thing happen? Where we see a story that could happen like this. Why is it where I have to come here and feel like I need to spend way more time making men aware than the offensive strategies? How does this happen? Well, it starts young these days. So again, when we're looking at how something like this can happen, we live as men, but we're going to also try to put ourselves in the perspective of women about why this happens. So look at stuff like this. This is the type of stuff that we see. And on the other end, why do men believe that certain behavior is okay? Men grow up listening to the same garbage that these women listen to. So when you have children like this, talking like this, you can see how this can become a problem, because that should tell you where mainstream is, because children don't just grow up and wake up knowing this stuff, what you're about to hear. This is stuff that is fed to them, brainwashed to them from somewhere.
You have to find the right person, then they have to be very nice to you. They have to buy you everything you want, like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Prada and all those big names.
Why is that important?
Because you want to spoil your wife.
Okay, okay. What do you have to do as a wife?
Just wear the stuff.
Okay, children are not the problem. I don't hold fault for this little girl for saying that, because they learn it. They learn it from somewhere, and then they model the behavior. And this is part of when we talk about 5 reasons that men walk away. So, again, the goal, educating men of the situation today. The 5 main reasons for walking away: corrupt court systems, propaganda and culture hating on men, attitudes of most modern women. Those, you just saw that little girl, what she was already talking about. Guy needs to just give her Prada, Gucci, all the nicest thing, and she just has to wear it. So that's what we talk about when we talk about how can anyone sit here and say there's not propaganda or culture when you have children saying something like that? They don't just naturally say something like that. They're told from either their mothers in their life or the mainstream. They're hearing it everywhere. Attitude, a lack of relationship benefits, and then really the freedom to live life on your own terms. So those are kind of 5 reasons that men walk away. And we saw right there how it starts young. So how does this go when we fast forward a little bit to more of like the dating age now? All right, these are just random girls that happen to meet up in a bathroom, at the bar, wherever they're at.
Trash! Men are 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 trash!
That's why when we had that other video where, you know, you got the girlfriend and she's like, well, I just didn't feel the feelings anymore, and you have the other girlfriends backing her up always. This is the army that you have to deal with. Everywhere. It's fun. Look how much fun they're having. Like, how many times would you go into a bathroom and a bunch of guys just get together and just chant like, women are trash? That's just not something I've ever seen. But you see videos like this quite often.
Trash! Men are 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 trash!
Every single one of those girls.
But I love her though.
She belongs to the street.
So sad, so sad, so sad. That chicken Jones.
She belongs to the street.
You might have said you love that girl, but she belongs to the gang. And when she with me, I let her do her thing.
Just like we saw there again, propaganda and culture hating on men. Right there, all these random girls gathering. So, understand, when you fall into the lie, that's the other thing. Part of this whole lie is you start secluding yourself from the other men in your life. Think about how often you've lost a friend or a buddy to a relationship. That's part of all of this. Guy gets secluded, and then guy battles everybody in that girl's life. Just like we saw there, right? All the girlfriends, all her family are all going to take her side. And at that point, if she can seclude you, and then all of a sudden she introduces you to all these new friends, right? Well, guess what happens? If anything happens, those friends are on her side. I see this happen to my buddies all the time. It sucks. But that's part of this whole game if you're walking through life as a drifter. Just drifting through without really stopping and checking yourself. So this is part of the lie that I think is a big one that comes back to bite men in the butt, is the false promise. And in reality, it only works for her. So women make you assume that this deal works both ways. Think of the till death do us part, I'll love you for richer, for poorer, for sickness or in sickness and in health. In the classic Marilyn Monroe quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as heck don't deserve me at my best. That is the attitude of modern mainstream women. So what a lot of guys believe, the lie, this is part of that Disney love lie, is if you're there for her during her lowest of lows, then she will also be there for you during your lowest of lows. Nope, that's not reality anymore. Maybe this was true back in more of a monogamous society, less promiscuous society, before women just were no longer able to pair bond. Maybe that there was some truth to this then. You stick by her and she'll stick by you. But in today's world, where it's as easy to get a brand new date, no more, new fresh start, not this old baggage for women when you can just swipe super easily like that. If you're on your lowest of lows, she's out of there. It's just reality here. But a lot of guys go, well, hey, I'm going to stick with her for her lowest of lows and she'll do the same for me. That's the lie. So what happens if you believe stuff like this? Let's see. Okay. So if you want to believe the lie, then you're going to be stuck putting up with the lowest of the lows, thinking that you're cashing in and someday you'll be able to put that back out there if, you have your lowest of lows. Later you'll find that that's not the case, but the lowest of lows can get pretty low these days, guys.
I worked 10 hours! All I want is Wingstop!
That's a little excessive.
That's
a little excessive. CEO of Pangry.
I'm fucking starving, Swin! What did you eat today? I ate nothing! Nothing!
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
And guess who she goes home and vents to? This is what she's doing in front of her friends. Guess who she goes home and vents to? Oh, man. Hey, and you'll be a good little boyfriend and be with her during her lowest of lows. Have fun. I really want to bring, actually I am going to. I have to load it back in here, but I'm going to bring this back. This little yeah, look at this. Have fun. Be there for her scream sessions. Get her flowers every week. Take you on lunch dates outside on with a blanket. Cook for her all the time. And now her mindset is, I'm not dealing with less, but she broke up with him because he wasn't cute and she wants to try something different. Yet she takes the standards of how her ex treated her and she's carrying that with her. This is why it just doesn't make sense, because you get this behavior, the car screamer, you get that behavior, and then she still expects the best behavior from her picking and choosing from her ex-boyfriends and her ex-Tinder dates. Hypergamy, guys. Hypergamy when it backfires on society. Hey, love her at her lowest of lows, guys. Go ahead. See how that works out for you. Oh, there's no it's just loud music. You don't need the music for this one. But let's watch a little something something. She's just going to girls' nights out, guys. No harm. Oh, wait. Boyfriend's here. This is boyfriend over here on the left. And look at him right here. She's still looking back, trying for him.
Use a hoe. Use a hoe. I said that use a hoe.
That girl is looking to Monkey Branch. That was her boyfriend. This is her boyfriend. This guy right here is actually, you know what? This is what happens with the problem with today is that all roadblocks were removed. Today, promiscuity and sexual liberation are empowerment for women. With that mindset, with social media and with online dating apps, hypergamy has spiraled out of control to where we watch this and it's just like, yeah, that's modern dating. But that's where we're at in society when hypergamy has been left unchecked, to where we just watch this and we're just like, oh yeah, that sucks for that guy on the left, he's screwed. But we all know what's going to happen. And this is normalized now, just totally normalized. She wants Jim Bro Chad here. This is so one of the other factors for how fast a woman hits the wall, and this is going to be a factor of what I'm going to say this girl is, no matter what, this girl is going to hit the wall faster because she's a party animal. And these days, did she spend a lot of years single? In the old days, did she spend a lot of years single? It was like, oh, good. She was just doing whatever, learning the skills, saving herself for a man. Oh, great. These days, she spends a lot of years single, aka riding the cock carousel, and then she becomes addicted, and it becomes to a situation like this, where you can't even bring out with her boyfriend. She goes out to a club, and she can't stop but jump in. Jim Bro, in what world is that okay? In what world? Other than today's modern society, apparently. Unbelievable. This is what happens. These girls, right? This girl right here, you see her in this photo. When she decides to settle down in 9 years from now, the sad ending, she compares you to her ex-men. Because thoughts have sampled the best of the best, they have created a mega ideal partner in their head. As her own value diminishes, her expectations from men get higher and higher. So we have an example like right here. And I'm guessing that this is her type, right? Jim Bro Chad. Because she's probably had some Jim Bro Chads in her past. You got Beast here. One of the Alpha X-Men. Jim Bro Chad, his gifts, superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, and endurance. And when she tastes it, her hypergamy, it's hard for her to get rid of that. Oh, I've experienced that. Now I want that and better. As we saw, I'm not making this stuff up. Women say it to us all the time. He got me flowers every week. Oh, my ex really set the bar high for the next guy. Got me flowers every week. Took me on lunch dates, outside with a blanket, blah, blah, blah. I'm not dealing with anything less. That's how this works. That is why it's all backwards. Hypergamy, left unchecked, creates this unrealistic expectations. Women keep going for the highest of the high guys. they get left unsatisfied, and because these guys don't want to commit to them, all the other guys are basically out of the game. Destruction to society. So there's Gym Bro Chad girl. And this right here is part of when we say nice guys get tested constantly. So if a woman puts you in the nice guy category in her mind, she will frequently test you both consciously and subconsciously. And the nice guy doesn't necessarily just mean he's a nice, polite guy, but in her mind, a nice guy is basically a guy that she can manipulate. She can put things over on him. It's like he's wearing a blindfold, and she's like, oh, he just has no idea. He's innocent. He doesn't understand what's really going on. So she puts you in that category. She'll constantly test you, and it's either consciously or subconsciously. Her just going, something about this guy is off. So she subconsciously just keeps testing. So one of those ways. Oh, actually, here's why. All right, so the nice guy or simp in more detail. A woman may also label a nice guy someone she can easily manipulate. If he has an aloofness or inexperience of what acceptable behaviors and treatment from a woman looks like, he doesn't know any better. This is his first girlfriend or something, or he hasn't been on many dates and he doesn't know what to expect. He doesn't have a standard that he's like, yeah, I should be treated like this or better. He doesn't know what to expect. She can put him in that nice guy or simp category because she can manipulate him. So one of the tests that she'll put him through is she'll test his jealousy. She will talk about and or flirt with other men in front of him. This will show her how secure he seems, or she will taunt him purposefully, trying to get a rise out of him. Like, why are you allowing this? Why are you allowing me to jump on Gym Bro Chad and just, jump on him at the bar here? Why are you allowing this? So consciously or subconsciously, this is why she does stuff like this. Like, look at this. This is a test to her nice guy. That's her guy. It's like, why are you allowing me to do this? Put me in my place. It's like a sick psychological game in a sense, but this is hypergamy left unchecked. Tough. And then this guy goes, look at it. This guy knows Gym Bro Chad knows what he's doing. Because look at this. He just looks. She looks back right here. She's still looking at him. She wants him. Look, she's trying to hold his hand. See? Gym Bro Chad knows. He knows if it wasn't for the boyfriend, cock block, he had her. Look at her. She's still reaching out for him. That's the guy's living the light. The guy walking away with that girl, if he doesn't get red pilled, he's exactly the opening video that we saw. That's going to be his life with a woman. Ooh. All right. We got the next one. Ugh. I hope this one doesn't give anyone PTSD either. Ugh. As I'm getting the new, getting my new beer, drinking rules for anyone that hasn't seen them yet. Anytime a man is falling for the lie, that last guy, you got to drink for that last guy. The guy that just allowed Gym Bro Chad to basically take his girl in front of him. Oh, I forgot about these. I got one more of these stragglers left in my fridge. Blood Orange, Bud Light Platinum. It's not as good. It's all right though. All right. So this one here. Ugh.
Oh my god! Oh my god, he's just taking it. Holy shit, he has not done anything. He has not done anything. He knows he can't. I have no. He got dragged out. Yes. He has a rip. Madison, group up. Madison. Oh my God. No. Oh my God, he's still going. The cops are gonna come. The cops are 100% gonna come. He's still going. Oh my God. That was so hard. Cover your hands. Cover your.
Unbelievable.
Love is misery. Love is miserable. I think I'll be a bachelor and I'll swing and I won't fall in love. I'll just be loveful, be kind and good and have fun.
All right. Nobody in their right mind should take that type of treatment, woman or man. How does something like this happen? Because of the plantation mindset. It's a state of mind where a man uses the gauge of women to determine his own worth. In other words, being trapped in the rat race of living for a woman rather than yourself. Any sane man would not allow that type of thing. But he's stuck in that plantation mindset. He needs her. He's living for her. He's just taking it.
Oh my God, he's just taking it. Holy shit, he has not done anything. He has not done anything. He knows he can't. I have no. He got dragged out. Yes. He has a rip. Madison, group up. Madison. Oh my God. No. Oh my God, he's still going. The cops are gonna come. The cops are 100% gonna come. He's still going. Oh my God. That was so hard. Cover your hands. Cover your.
Okay, so here's the problem. Here's my theory of why something like this will happen and some of the following videos that you're going to see. They're not as necessarily as extreme as this, but why this happens to me is because of the social gap. Okay, so the social gap, what is it? In any romantic or sexual relationship, the overall social IQ, this doesn't have to do with book smarts, whatever, it's social IQ, should be similar. When there is too much of a gap between skills, it gets messy. So what are we talking about? When we're talking about the difference in social skills, is it relates to body language, voice tonality, wordplay skills, manipulation tactics, and overall competence in dealing with the opposite sex or romantic interests. Those social skills, that's the social IQ in this arena. You match those two up. Get rid of finances. Get rid of your book smarts. Doesn't matter. In an interaction, intersexual dynamics with a man and a woman, if the woman has a higher social IQ or perceives, she believes she has a higher social IQ with these things, she's been on a lot more dates. She's played the game way more, which is a lot of women. They come into this, and what happens is this gap's a huge problem because if a woman thinks she has you socially, her hypergamy will automatically light up inside her and she will look for better. Again, a woman's hypergamy. She wants the highest status man that she can attain to protect and provide for her. So if her social IQ is higher than the other guy, and women can figure this out really quickly if you're texting her. She can figure out really quickly if you're on a date with her. If she believes, she might play it off like, oh, whatever, you'll never know. But if she believes that she has an advantage in this social IQ game, then she already has the guy. So now her hypergamy inside of her, it's just biological, is going to start looking for other men. She's ready to monkey branch because she believes that she has this guy socially. Even if this other guy brings in $500,000 a year and she makes $12,000 a year, forget finances, forget all the other crap. Social IQ is what will matter in a woman's hypergamy on this type of level. So here's the problem, is that this social gap is widening. Due to today's dating culture, where technology has allowed more connections between people, most women and some few men have unlimited options. The problem is that because of a woman's hypergamy, she will always try to attract the highest status man that she thinks that she can attain. This means that most women continually aspire for the same exact group of some few men. An example here, Justin Bieber, right? Every woman would go, I would do anything for him. Oh, whatever. I would do the highest status man. And then in her mind, she'll probably believe, well, maybe I could get him to fall for me. Maybe. But they're all chasing the top. Just right. Again, look at Kevin Samuel's channel and you'll see this over and over again. So now, here's the result. Broken heart cycle. The average woman can easily go on multiple dates per week. She can easily match with lots of men, and she can easily sleep with these men. The average woman has a high social competence in this social arena. Just think about it, right? She can go on way more dates. Just by experience alone, she's going to have an advantage. Think about this from a man's perspective, the compound effect. If you played Call of Duty for 4 hours a day, you constantly practice and experience all different Call of Duty situations. Would you have any problem absolutely destroying some noob that just got the game and only plays a few hours per month? The compound effect. You continuously upgrade your skills and get better. You would destroy them. You would have to play like my older brothers used to make me play Halo with them. They would have to make me change my controllers to inverted right before the match started, so everything was backwards for me, or they wouldn't play with me because I would just destroy them. The gap was way too large. So most women today can go on so many dates, and even the highest status men, even though they still rule the totem pole, just think about it, the highest status men have to also spend a lot of time growing, progressing of their career. So they become the highest status men as well. So overall, though, women are out there getting way more social competence, way more social experience than any normal average guy is doing. The compound effect, they just have so much more social skills. So the result, again, broken heart cycle. The average man struggles to go on even one date per week. He has a hard time matching with women online, and he rarely can sleep with women that he likes. The average man today has low confidence in this social arena. So, the relationship, she controls it. This means that in an average relationship, the woman will have a higher social IQ than the man. She knows the game better than him, so she can control him in the relationship. When you have an advantage with this social IQ, you can manipulate the other person a lot easier. If you have social games over them and it's just a one-on-one battle in that relationship, she can control him just like there. You see, it's literally like her controlling a video game. She can play him. She knows exactly what makes him tick. She knows how to get this guy excited. She knows what gets him upset. She's been through this game far more than the average guy. So in a relationship context, she can usually control the man in any average relationship. Now, even when I started with this, though, is that when there's too much of a gap between skills, it gets messy. This is why the Justin Biebers of the world, the Offsets of the world, if a Justin Bieber or an Offset, if some guy that gets just tons and tons of women coming at him, if a girl goes, well, I'm going to leave my husband for him, I think I can get him. It's like the social gap is so wide on that aspect where Justin Bieber or Offset is just like, there's no way I would ever settle down with this girl, that in those situations, it would be really stupid for the woman to try. Will they try? Yeah, we see it all the time. But that's an example where that social gap is so wide. But again, the average man and the average woman, the gap is so incredibly large that this happens in the average relationship. So now, that's why, to me, something like this is happening, right? This girl thinks that she can just, whatever, I don't need you. I can get a bunch of other guys. A bunch of other guys want me. This guy might have had 1 or 2 girlfriends. He doesn't know how he's supposed to be treated. He doesn't get the same options that she has, so he puts up with this crap. That's dangers of it. All right, now let's talk about this from, again, you guys got to understand when I say 10%, 10 to 20%, I'm going to say it's probably even closer to 10% of men. Maybe this is how I'll say it. 10% of men in the world would have an automatic social gap advantage over any woman. 10% of men have that social gap advantage. Now, you can guess that not all of these men are the high finance guys, because some of the high finance guys didn't have the dates and all that stuff. They just have money. They get ruled in the social IQ game. But there are guys like the Chad and Tyrones of the world. There's guys like me who I'm not one of these business gurus or whatever, but I've been on so many dates with so many different women. I don't lose in the social gap to an average woman. But there's such a few percentage of men that don't lose the social gap game. But the other 90%, even if they're good-looking dudes or high-status men, usually the woman has more practice. So I'm going to say probably over 90% of the cases, the woman is able to play the games with the man. And these games can be really subtle, but here's an example right here of the game. Again, it's just some song. We don't need to worry about that, but it's right here. My husband speaking my love language after 6 years of marriage and 2 babies. So here she goes. Right? This is her husband speaking her love language, as she's calling it. What's he doing? House chores. Housework. Cook or cleaning. Right? Doing the laundry, and look at him doing it all seductively. Doing the Salt Bay, putting the toys away, and then look at her. And then I speak his, and she goes and jumps on him. Oh, look at that. You're going to get lucky tonight, honey. She knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. Even though most guys would not see anything wrong with this setup, this is a long-term problem that's going to happen, because my husband's speaking my love language after 6 years in marriage, we have 2 babies, right? She has a higher social gap than he does, because look at that. He smacks her butt, and she's like, if he wants to get some, he knows what he has to do. Oh, look at that. You know what you need to do? You need to clean. You need to vacuum. You need to do the laundry. And put away the toys. And then maybe, look at that. And the way she words it. And then I speak his. It's cause and effect. If he does this for me, then I will give him some. Do you guys understand what that is? That's a manipulation game. Now, no one cares on the mainstream. I'm not going to sit here and go, this guy's getting emotionally manipulated, right? No one cares. No one cares about men who complain about this. That's fine. But when you see it from this perspective, she has the social gap advantage because she knows what she wants and she's going to get it from him. They look like they live in a pretty nice place. They have, multiple children? I bet you he's the breadwinner. But again, that's not enough. That's not enough. He also, just like we saw with that video at the start of, we get married, we have children, now she puts him to work. And right now he's getting rewarded. He's getting his rewards. He's getting his sex because he put in extra work. That just put it off till later and later. He has to keep doing work. She less in the mood. Eventually, what happens if she lets it go? Either way, it doesn't matter. This is going to get widened and widened because she has the social gap advantage on him. She's making him work to get what he wants, and she knows how to control it. So she can manipulate this man. She's winning. So this guy right here, we got to drink because this is him falling into the lie. Even though most men would not see any problem with this, I'm telling you, this is part of the lie. There's a problem with this that comes later down the road. Right now, it's okay because she's using him for what she wants. And then eventually she goes, You just don't pay enough attention to me. You know, you can see how the next steps are coming, just with what we started with right there. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Danny? What's up, Chad? She makes him do all the work in the bed, too. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, Sir Jake. So ways to convey and improve social IQ. Assess why. Exactly. So that's the thing, is when a girl can't pull it over on you, it frustrates her, but she's so intrigued. That's part of the fun. It's like when you go on a date with a girl, and if you know all these games are going, and you can see, like, I see girls say something, I'm like, oh God, I bet you most guys just fail that test, whatever. But I don't budge, and you start to see, tries a test, and then you see her get nervous because it's never not worked at this point. I'm usually have a guy eating out of my hand at this point. So when she stops playing her games, she tries a few times, and she's like, oh my God, I can't beat this guy. All of a sudden, the whole frame shifts, and then she goes, how do I get this guy? And you see what happens is her mindset goes, how do I get this guy? Whereas her mindset with most men is, what's this guy going to have to do to get me? That's how it happens. Once she throws a bunch of crap at you, that's why most guys hate online dating, but I love it. Because for most guys, it's just a matter of time before you make a mistake and you're out of the game. But for me, it's just a matter of time before a few texts in and she goes, oh, the social gap, I don't have this guy. And then all of a sudden, she plays into my frame. And it happens at different points, but it's exactly the same way. If you're on a date with a girl, she'll test you, think she's hot stuff, and then she finally goes, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm a fish out of water. Same with online dating. Girls like, another one of my 300 matches. This guy's going to be a simp like all the other ones. And so you have to play her game for like 2 or 3 messages, and then all of a sudden I say something, and I go, that's going to get her. And then all of a sudden I see her text back really quickly. Boom. And then I just laugh, and I'm like, oh, she sent that. She's going to feel like she said a bad thing there if I don't reply to her in 3 hours. She's going to feel like she messed up because I have her now, right? I have the social IQ over her. This is exactly the same mindset that a woman would have to a man. I'm giving you the exact same mindset. I know how to do it after 3 or 4 texts or whatever, whenever it is, and I send it and I go, that's it. There it is. And I see her hesitate. I see her text something and erase it and then start it again. I go, that I have her now. And now she's in my frame. Now she plays my game. And now she's chasing because she's like, I want this guy to like me. But it's such a different dynamic because most of the times women live in, this guy better impress me or he doesn't get me. She doesn't ever switch that mindset until you give her a reason to switch that mindset. Once you give her that reason to switch the mindset, then she panics. She goes, I want this guy. And then she chases, puts in all this work. That guy ends up sleeping with her, moving on, whatever. And she goes, oh, all men are such jerks. I did everything for him. So then she takes that experience and then she puts it on all the other men. So then she keeps playing her game with no rules and she doesn't feel bad because the same game she's putting on most men, some men are putting on her. So she feels all is fair in love and war. That's how this cycle continuously happens. That's why, again, when I give you this, I'm trying to make you understand the woman's mindset as a scientist, right? Not to give women excuses, just to understand why they believe that they're oppressed, why women believe that men are the problem, why women still go, there's no good men out there. That's their world. It doesn't mean that they're right, but that's their truth. So to them, you got to understand that to beat that game. You got to understand that. To us, it won't make sense because we play a different game. But that's their world. Whether we like it or not, that's the world they live in. They're not coming out of that bubble. They're not. We see it over and over again. 35 after, I'll just freeze my eggs. 45, I'll freeze my eggs. 55, I'll adopt 7 cats. All right, so we got this one. Boom. So, again, right here, guys, that's what I talked about. The relationship, she controls it. The average relationship, the woman will have a higher social IQ than the man. She knows the game better than him, so she can control him in the relationship. Again, if you're playing checkers, you want to play checkers, you can go, and this is what a lot of guys do that have the mindset of like, well, I'll just do anything or say anything to get with her. I'll sleep with her, the male feminists of the world. I'll sleep with her to get what I want. And in their mind, they're thinking they're winning. But if you're being a beta mon and you're chasing after women just to try to talk and lie to them to get what you want, you're practicing bad habits. So I consider you a beta mon. So to a guy that would sit back and go, no, look at this. She's not playing him. The guy knows what he wants. The guy wants sex with his wife. So look, he's playing her. This is how some guys actually think. This is how some guys would give the rule book. Hey, check this out. You really want the cheat codes? Go home early. Start, mop the floor. Clean up the kitchen. Clean up the kids' toys. Do it right in front of her. Do the laundry. And I bet you that night your wife will be waiting for you. She'll be all hot and bothered for you. Right? So these guys think they're winning. They're like, look, I'm winning. But look, I know this look. I know a girl that looks exactly like this, and I can just tell by the energy it's like the same type of girl, and I know her mindset. She is playing the game to win. And look, she knows what she wants. She wants all those other things done from the guy, not her doing it. So she's playing the video game. She programmed the guy to do it. Look, he's ironing. And then she goes, oh, look, oh, honey, you're so sweet. I'm so glad you did that. She jumps on him. You're going to get lucky tonight. You good little workhorse, you. And the guy's like, look, I won the game. I'm cool. Not knowing that the wife is the little game developer here and you're inside of her little matrix. And she's just programming you to do whatever she wants. And you're getting a little bit of sex to keep you happy, to keep you playing this little game, to keep you running on the hamster wheel. Guys have no idea what is really going through women's minds. And here's another thing about the social IQ. Women won't even be truthful with you. If a woman thinks that she can totally outmaneuver you on the social IQ, she won't even be honest with you about this stuff. Like I said before, when I talk with women and they say some crap, like, so here's one. I like to go up, let's just say there's a bar or something and there's a bunch of women or we're hanging out with a bunch of a bunch of our buddies and there's girls and stuff like that, and there's a group of women or whatever, and they're talking, and it's all exciting. Sometimes I'll go in there and be like, all right, hey, girl talk, fill me in, what's going on? And if the girls start to like try to sugarcoat things, I'll just stop them. I'll be like, no, stop that. Listen, it's girl talk. Give me the real truth. And that's almost like going in there and getting their test out of the way. And then the girls are looking at me, they're like, okay. And then some of the girls look at me and they're like, it's all right, we can tell Adam. And then all of a sudden it's like you hear the real truth. But most guys that walk in and they go, hey, it's girl talk, whatever. The girls put on a filter so that guy doesn't reveal the game to all the other men. But when I come in there and I go, guys, come on. No. I know your games. I know what you're doing. I know blah, blah, blah. Just give it to me real and I'll play along. Then they're like, okay, Adam, here's the real deal. Tiffany here, she wants Grant over there. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to get, it's like, okay, now you're giving me the real truth. Okay, here we go. Now I can work with this type of thing. It's all part of the social gap, though. If a woman goes, oh, I have this guy in the social gap, she won't reveal a lot of these truths. Okay, so social gap. What happens? Look at this one. Understand women needs but respond in Manglish. I like that, Danny.
When you are mad at your husband but you don't want to argue in front of your kid.
Marriage. Miserable.
So the last video we showed you, what happens when you play along, you get rewarded like a good little beta mon, and you get your little sex reward. Well, what happens if you don't play along? The only thing I like about this is that at least she didn't argue and bicker in front of her children. That is what I like about this, but everything else about it I think is a bunch of crap. By the way, the other good thing is we know that there's no paternity fraud going on. That little dude is just a little spitting image of his dad. So that's good. We're good. We're glad there's no paternity fraud. But this is the petty games you got to play with your wife. If you don't play by her rules in the social IQ game, here's how she's sitting back with her controller. Look, what do I want him to do? I want him to worship me. So if he doesn't, how do I get what I want? Well, I'll show him. Watch what I'm going to do with the ice cream cone. This is her little game of controlling the relationship until she gets what she wants.
When you are mad at your husband, but you don't want to argue in front of your kids.
That sucks. The only good part about this is the little man benefited. The little man's happy about that, but that sucks. My dad would never stand for this. My dad loves his ice cream. There's no way. My dad will look at that. If my mom tried to pull something on that, she wouldn't try to pull on my dad. But if she tried, my dad would, if I was a little kid like this, he would literally take my ice cream and he would just switch. And he'd be like, no, this is mine. That's how my dad would play it. And I'm glad. I respect my dad for that. That's good. But like, this is, what disrespect. What disrespect. Goes back to right here. She's playing the games. She controls it. What do I want him to do? Oh, he didn't do it. Well, I'm going to give him the small ice cream. And then he'll figure it out. Don't mess with me. You don't want this emotional terrorist in your house, do you? I could do worse. No sex for 2 weeks. Make you sleep on the couch. This little ice cream cone trick was your warning. Get in line. Get in line. All right, so remember this, guys. The false promise, right? If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as heck don't deserve me at my best. So all of the men, I'm going to say this, right? If I call a man a beta man, it doesn't mean I don't respect him in a different way. I have a lot of respect for the men that can actually put up with this stuff. Like, I'm just like, how can you, the patience you must have or whatever, like that, to go through all of these games, I have like it's a different level of respect. It's not like one that I want to aspire towards, but it's like, dude, you must be a man of a lot of patience. But this is right. You can't handle me at my worst. You don't deserve me at my best. So a lot of these guys go through the worst of the worst at home. And at least you're expecting to get her best, or you hope. But not anymore. Not anymore. Not in today's world. Right? Modern women, they give their best to their bosses, to their career, to Chad and Tyrone earlier in their life.
And I don't know if you've seen women's workout clothes, but it's not clothes. It's like they spray paint it on, or it's like extra skin or something. My wife's like, I'm going to the gym. I'm like, really, honey, and that? You're going to wear that? Why don't you wear the bullshit you go to sleep in? Why don't you wear... Why don't you wear those shitty sweats and that T-shirt 3 sizes too big, the one with the pit stains and the hole in the side. Why can't I wear this? Because I can see your potato, honey. I can.
Yeah. How many of you guys get that? If you were married before, you get the triple XL baggy T-shirt with the pit stains. You get the rolled up the bun, the messy bun, the no makeup. You get none of that stuff. She gives that when she goes to work out. She gets her best, sexiest outfit. The false promise. You handle me at my worst, I'll give you my best. Oh, really? A lot of men know that that's not true. That's not true. A lot of men know that. Oh, man.
Marriage. Miserable. Miserable.
So, again, the false promise. We already went over that. Show it again, just to make sure. Promise is the best. You're with me on my worst, you get my best. Nah. Not true. Not true. So here we go. Even with this. And this guy looks a little bit older. So, and he's even dealing with this. Why would she wear her best clothes when she goes to the gym? But with women that have grown up in today's modern world where hypergamy has been absolutely rampant and praised, then here's a problem you run into. Is it her drug becomes attention. Although others can fall victim, single women especially get caught in this rat race of needing and desiring attention because they can get it from social media, they can get it from the online dating apps, they get it from the other men that are catcalling them, all that stuff. So attention becomes a drug. It's human nature to become addicted to the type of attention women get constantly while single. How could it not affect her standards and expectations of what she deserves? Of course it would affect it. So she misses this, right? It's not enough at one point. At some point she's like, yeah, my husband, yeah. But she misses the attention she would get from Chad and Tyrone and the other men on social media and all that stuff. So she goes out to the gym in her sexy outfits and you get the XXL baggy t-shirt at home. Here's another question that I seriously believe will be a big problem in the future is overcoming the addiction. How are women going to replace this habit? Anyone that studied human nature, addictions, and habits knows that to see results quitting a habit you no longer want to do, you need to replace the habit with something more constructive. Instead of her pulling out her Instagram going, I'm going to take a sexy selfie and get a bunch of likes, she's got to replace that habit with something else that's going to give her self-validation. If she doesn't replace this habit, the habit won't go away. It'll just creep up at a later time. The question that a lot of men, and at the minimum need to ask, if you were considering anything serious, you still know what I stand on that. But I don't care to live out anyone else's lives or to tell other men what to do. But has she cured herself? If you consider any serious commitment with a woman, you can gamble and hope she doesn't need rehab. But how can you really know for sure? Like I said, I highly suggest you don't commit legally at this point in time. But if she hasn't cured herself, you're going to see what we saw with Jim Bro Chad. That girl just jumping on him. She wanted Jim Bro Chad. She needed that attention and validation from her exes. Or you get the wife that looks her sexiest when she leaves the home. She doesn't look her sexiest for her king. No, because she thinks of him as a beta man. She wants to look her sexiest for the world, for Big Daddy government, for her boss, because that's what she cares about in this day and age. Again, most of the time. Now, got a few left here. This one is a little bit of a happy one. There's a moment of happiness here. It's another song here, but it's Rascal Flatts, Life is a Highway. Yes, that's what it is. You'll be able to tell when he's singing, but it says, when dad finally signs the divorce papers, so we got a son, look how happy he is.
Marriage. Miserable.
That's how happy he is. Look how excited he is to get out of there. I don't know if anyone's divorced, if you guys felt similar to this. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to do. I want to do this one.
Those who say don't know, those who know don't say. I'm done walking with the herd, it's time I go my own way.
This would be okay, so look how happy he is because he's done with the plantation. He probably went through the lie and he had to live it out for a long time. did whatever he could. And now, though, here's the thing. Happy moment. Good for him. But this is why you got to unplug from the lie before it happens. Because corrupt courts out to get men. All right, so this is another reason that men are walking away is because endgame, right? Endgame that most men wanted at some point of dating around. Most men wanted to date around to eventually find their wife or the future mother of their children. But these days, when you commit legally with a woman, there's so much more to it. You have to deal with the corrupt courts that are out to get men. Got the Duluth model where women are victims and men are perpetrators. That's basically the bias when you walk in. Alimony, so you got spousal support for getting married. You got to pay her just because. Child support, children are pawns. We're going to see that next, so remember this one. And then common law marriage, there's hidden legal rules, even just from living with a woman, depending on where you're at, if you're in Canada or certain states in the U.S. And false allegations, the accusation alone can ruin a man. So if you deal with the court system and you're involved with a woman, you are looked at as the perpetrator. She's the victim. That is the mindset you're going to have to walk in with. And be prepared. I still have a naive mindset about this in a sense because I haven't lived through it. I can only imagine, right? Still in my head, I'm like, there's got to be logical sanity. If I went in there and pleaded my case and I was like, she did this, she did that, she cheated. I found out, I've humbled myself by understanding that these courts will steamroll you as a man. It doesn't matter what kind of frame you have. When you are put in this court, you become a little beta mon because they can do whatever they want with you. Warning, you're warned now. Because this is the type of stuff you have to put up with if you don't unplug from the lie.
What is like having a baby mama who cares more for money? Hey, I'll be over at 9 to pick up the kids for the weekend. Well, I heard you got a new job. What does that have to do with my time with the kids? Well, John and I aren't working due to COVID. I can't help you. I'm already giving you $1,000 a month. Do you want to see the kids? Yes, of course. Then pay. We need to see a judge.
Tough, man.
Love is misery. Love is miserable. I think I'll be a bachelor and I'll swing and I won't fall in love. I'll just be loveful, be kind and good and have fun.
Marvin Gaye said it best because you have to deal with that crap. Unbelievable. I still can't believe that this happens. It's sad to think about, but until it changes, you got to be aware of this. Or else it's just like some secret that you just don't want to look at until it's too late. And by that time, it can destroy you. I don't wish that upon anybody.
What is like having a baby mama who cares more for money? Hey, I'll be over at 9 to pick up the kids for the weekend. Well, I heard you got a new job. What does that have to do with my time with the kids? Well, John and I aren't working due to COVID. I can't help you. I'm already giving you $1,000 a month. Do you want to see the kids? Yes, of course. Then pay. We need to see a judge.
But I love her though.
She belongs to the street.
So sad, so sad, so sad. That you can yours.
She belongs to the street.
You might have said you love that girl, but she belongs to the gang. And when she with me, I let her do her thing.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough, man. Yeah, the Marriage is Miserable soundbite from Johnny Depp. No, it's from Marvin Gaye. I broke that down in one of the live streams he did. He talked about marriage and Was it in love?
Love is misery. Love is miserable. I think I'll be a bachelor and I'll swing and I won't fall in love. I'll just be loveful, be kind and good and have fun.
Yeah. Oh, Dum Dum Sucker, I know. The only way to win is to become what she can't have and to be completely indifferent to her. At that point, why bother with relationships? I know. That's why I don't see the benefit at this point. I'm sure there's some, relationships where it's like, oh, she's a benefit to my life. She helps with this or that. I'm sure, right? It's not, but overall, like we mentioned, on the overall social IQ, if you're going to be below her on the social IQ, why bother with relationships? I never have. Yeah, I agree. But if you are going to bother with a relationship, you better at least be aware of all this stuff and know what you're going to put up with, tolerate, and also know about the next step legally, which to me, it's just like a no-brainer no, but I understand. To other people, there's a lot of social pressure, family pressure, all that other stuff. Okay, so that's tough. I don't like that. Children holding children hostage. Okay. Let's show you the one last one here, and this is mainly to just unplug from the lie. The lie that someone mentioned in the comments, it was perfect about, and it's exactly how I used to look at women, that women are angelic creatures, men are violent, men need to be tamed. Society would be terrible with just men running around, all that. We need to tame men and teach them, but women are perfect. I used to fall into that. I believed it. Until you question things, like, why wouldn't you believe it? You just go along with it. You're told all your life. But to understand, and we talked about this before, a woman scorned, guys, everything I'm saying doesn't even matter to a guy right now that's in the honeymoon stages of dating a girl in a relationship, even in marriage, the honeymoon stages, or things are going good. Then anything I say doesn't matter because it's not in your reality yet. But the whole idea, when we talk about like monkey branching, when a woman detaches her emotions and she's emotionally ready to move on, at that point, she literally detaches her emotions and she's emotionally ready to move on. There's reasons why, survival-wise, why she's able to do this. We've talked about war brides before, about back in the day when tribes came in and conquered and the women just had to go along with it or they were going to be killed off. They just had to submit to their new husband and all that stuff. There's a lot of reasons why this happens, but you got to understand, when a woman emotionally detaches from the relationship, that's one stage. You see honeymoon stage, normal stage. When she detaches her emotions, it can be a very lonely, lonely place. But then when she has someone in her ear or friends in the background or lawyers in the background telling her what she can get, the more dirt she can think up. That's what we're talking about. When the emotions are detached, now anything is, up in the air for what she can use. When she no longer emotionally cares about you, that's when a woman scorned is a scary, scary woman that most men don't see. They don't see this side of women. And again, in a smaller example where my marriage and children, all that stuff aren't taking away all that stuff from me, I've had women that, right, once they find out what I do, I don't want a serious relationship with them. I've had women that blast it out on Facebook or whatever, and they try to dox me and get everyone to, shame me for what I'm doing. I'm teaching men how to play women, all this stuff. A woman scorned, right? The same girl that I would never thought when I went on a few dates with her, I hung out with her, I never think that she's going to stoop to that level. When she emotionally moves on, it's a different person. It's a different person.
You get back at a cheater, Jennifer. Honestly, a woman scorned big boy. I had a baby with his brother.
A woman scorned had a forever, ever, 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 ever? You had a baby with his brother?
I sure did. It wasn't supposed to be like that, but, you know, that's the way the chips fell.
Wow. Okay.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You's a hoe. Just a hoe. You's a hoe. I said that you's a hoe.
Just listen to the voice tonality. When we talk about social IQ, you got to understand voice tonality is part of that, because voice tonality tells you a lot. Listen to the voice tonality of this woman. Does she sound at all, when she's had time, years and years and years to reflect on this, does she sound at all ashamed, embarrassed, regretful about what she did? Listen to the tone of her voice.
You get back at a cheater, Jennifer.
Honestly, a woman scorned big boy. I had a baby with his brother.
A woman scorned had a forever, ever, 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 ever? You had a baby with his brother?
I sure did. It wasn't supposed to be like that, but, you know, that's the way the chips fell.
Wow. Okay.
Yikes.
Those who say don't know, those who know don't say. I'm done walking with the herd, it's time I go my own way.
A forever ever had a child with his brother. A woman scorned. She even said it herself, and she laughed. A woman scorned. Guys, it's not a lie. Look at my thumbnail I made. There's a reason I put these little devil horns on her. I'm not a fan of the devil. I'm not a fan of Satan. You gotta understand, a woman scorned is a different type of cat that you do not want to mess with. That is a beehive that you do not want to poke. The pettiness of the ice cream cone that we saw from earlier, giving the son the big ice cream cone, him smaller, that pettiness is why you don't want a woman scorned. You think, well, at least she'll just wipe her hands clean and move on with her life. Nope. She wants to burn down your life in these cases before she can happily move on. Guys don't know until they experience it. They just don't know. They just don't know. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. All right, so, man, you got to be aware of the lie. You can't go in with the hopeful thinking anymore. I'm just going to love her unconditionally and I will get that in return. I know I'm a fan of mindset and what your thoughts are, create your reality and all that. So I'm trying to balance the two. I don't want everyone to walk around with this mindset of everything negative is going to happen to me. But I got to give you the realistic perspective of what happens a lot. And the reason it happens is because of hypergamy has ran rampant. Women have stopped pair bonding. And the social IQ. When all those things are happening, this can happen. And again, like I said, probably 10% of men in this entire world won't get the social IQ ran on them. 10% of men. 90% of men, in most cases, 9 out of 10 men, would be the ones on the opposite side where she has the social IQ advantage. So this becomes a real possibility, a real scenario in men's lives, man. Okay, so let me see here. I do got, you guys know, wait, where are we at here? Let me put, oh yeah, okay. So I got to bring up, nope, I got to go back to here. What is this? You guys know I have to start over, but my daily vlogs, my record is 60, guys. I lost it a couple Saturdays ago. Golf and beer are my excuse. But now, after 4 daily blog posts in a row, we're up to 11. We went strong. We went strong. Boom. Daily blog posts, you guys can always find those at my website, textingprince.com/blog. And those are all ad free. There's nothing with YouTube anymore. I already know my days are numbered on YouTube. I'm here on my backup channel. You guys know that. I know my days are numbered, so I stopped uploading my blog posts from YouTube. They're straight from my computer now, so there's no ads or any of that crap. So if you ever want to check out a bunch of videos, daily videos now, go to my website, textingprince.com, click on free daily tips right there. Boom. And they're all right here for you. New term for MGTOW men. We got one, all this right here. It's super easy. Click on them. Love it. That's great. And then, of course, guys, shout out to my new red pill in MGTOW. I'm going to put it unplugged, all caps. I think it's in the description of this video. But if you want to become an unplugged member, what I'm doing, guys, is all of these live streams. I'm editing them. I'm making them look beautiful. And I'm uploading them inside, so you have them all here. A lot of my live streams already get censored from YouTube. So I got them all in here. And if you join this, you also join the Unplugged community for men. You can download the app I have for this, where you can get it straight to your phone. Actually, as of either tomorrow or Friday, I edited a full new live stream. Right now, there's like 12 or 13 inside. I finished a brand new one that I will be uploading this weekend inside. So if you are an Unplugged member, shout out to Daydrive for the name Unplugged. And shout out to my man, look at this, Michael Jordan, for the aesthetics. The Bulls pinstripe jersey, my favorite of all time. Unplugged. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Guys, LeBron Cuck James. Not even close. Even if Jordan's part of the cabal, big money maker, at least he stays out of the politics and all that crap. LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan all day long. Team MJ. Not a chance that I will ever be on Team LeBron. And Space Jam 2. They're trying to take away sexy Lola Bunny. Get woke, go broke. Anyway, there's Unplugged, guys. This is going to be fun, man. I can't wait to grow the community. And then, what was I going to do here? Oh, I want to show you guys one video. You know how I always had the second half streams? Well, it's just a fun little video that I want to show you guys this. It's not one that I'm going to get kicked off for the child trafficking like I showed last time. It's a fun little Trump Mario video that I just saw that I got to show you guys. So let me get rid of this. This is what we'll end with tonight. Yeah, you don't need to see my beautiful face. I'd rather you guys see this.
Come on, man.
I don't know who made this. I found it on Telegram. I wish I knew who made this to give them credit, because there's so much going on in here of the editing. Like, you think it's gonna end, and then you think it's gonna end, and they just kept going. I just love it. That's so funny. That's talking about my silver coin collection I'm starting. I got a couple Trump coins on the way. Hard to find right now. To find the silver Trump coins, they're sold out in a lot of places. I got my man Trump coming on my coins. Can't wait. One more time, guys. We'll end with this. I gotta go by 9 yeah, I gotta start something at 9.
Come on, man.
Oh, there's Oh, here we go. Hey, thank you for reminding me about that. Nice. Hey, I've never used a super chat on the Bachelor Prince here before. Nicholas, appreciate it, man. Says this modern society and culture is why so many men are unmotivated to grow up. It's true. There's so many layers to this from a scientific perspective. I'm bummed. We need something big to happen to change everything. You guys know where I'm at on the big. You guys know where I'm at on that. You know I think some crazy stuff is going to happen. There is one thing. Well, there's a lot of things. First off, Wall Street Silver. I'm a fan. If you didn't know, 40% of the American dollars have been put into circulation, I think, since last year because of all the pandemic and the loans and all that stuff. So, inflation's coming. Hyperinflation, you'd think. I would go with precious metals. I'm not an investor, just some crazy guy. I'm literally just some crazy. You guys know that. I'm just some crazy guy at this point. I love holding the real thing in my hands, man. So that's one thing. Another thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard about the whole blockage in the canal, the boat thing in the canal. So there's something big there. And on one hand, it did tell a lot of people that globalism sucks, having one little thing like that being able to stop the global supply of a lot of things. So that's one, part of that is realizing globalism sucks. But man, there was this crazy dig someone did in talking about maritime law, and wow, blew my mind. But how do I get weird without getting too weird in this short amount of time? So if you guys don't know by now, gosh, I don't know what the little YouTube creepy crawler bugs are going to pick up by now, but whatever. I can't keep my mouth shut. If you guys don't know by now, when you were born and someone signed over your birth certificate, you became property to the United States Corporation. And that's a whole rabbit hole in itself, just to understand that your birth certificate being signed basically made you property to the United States Corporation. And therefore, if someone buys your stock, basically, in a sense, they would control you. So there's a really interesting dig done about how that ship, the Ever Given ship, the Evergreen, all that stuff, there's a lot of connections with names. You can look at the show Dexter. They did a little thing about child trafficking with Evergreen containers. Wow. Okay. And I have to dig more before I could really explain this simplistically like I would like to. But something about when the Evergreen or the ship that got stuck, whatever, when it hit ground, when it hit land, I don't know how to explain this right, but basically my understanding is that when they're out on the boats and all that stuff, there was something to do with, right, the United States Corporation. Basically, when you sign over your birth certificate, your property, well, if children have been trafficked all over the world and they were property, legal property, even though it's a whole scheme and gimmick, legal property of people that could buy them out. Man, see, I don't even know how to explain this good enough. It just blew my mind. I got to research it more to really, but it gave me a new perspective of what the significance of it touching ground would mean. Is it them by touching ground made them subject to maritime law, which would take away the... I don't know how to communicate this to you guys, but it was exciting. I'm going to dig more. And you guys let you know, but still, like, man, I'm still the crazy guy. I still think things are happening right now. Like, that's why not only am I getting these coins, but I'm getting the Trump coins. And God, there's so much I want to say. So much I want to say, but I'll just leave it with that, guys. I'm still crazy, meaning in a good way. When crazy stuff happens, I will fill you in, because I'm still a believer in things that I've believed for a long, long time. And I don't think of myself as a blindfolded believer. I don't think of myself going, well, I just hope it will happen, so it's going to happen. On one hand, what is the alternative? Not much. But on the other hand, too, does anyone really, like, pinch yourself? Does it really feel real right now, what we're living in the world? Does anyone really think this is how it's going to be? I don't. Oh, gosh. This is why YouTube keeps kicking me off. I can't shut up. All right. I got to go, guys. I got 14 minutes. Yep. All right. I got to go, guys. Thank you for joining up, and I will see you guys next week. That's right. I will be gone all weekend. I'm going to hang out with some cousins and aunt and uncle that are visiting. Oh, okay. Crow77 has something to learn more on law and health. Yeah. From the Thor. Adam could cosplay as evil Donald Blake from the Thor comics. Ooh, I gotta write this down. I gotta see who this cat is. Evil Donald Blake. Nice. Guys, I'm crazy. I'm okay with that. What actually, you know what? What is the definition of crazy anyway? Let me just see if there is a definition of crazy. Probably fits. Definition of crazy. Definition of crazy: mentally deranged, especially as manifested in a wild or aggressive way. Maybe I'm not crazy. Extremely enthusiastic. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy about Cindy and that. A mentally deranged person. See, I don't believe that, but other people would based on reality, apparently. Whatever, I don't care. If I say I'm crazy, that means you then don't trust anything I say. But, man, I'm connected. I'm connected. Oh, man. I don't know how to say it. I'm connected. Not to the CIA or the FBI. I am connected to a much better source. And I just don't believe this game is over. Oh my goodness, it's not over. Oh. How are people, their minds are going to blow. What are people going to think? Okay, before I go, I got to go. I got to know this, guys. Am I crazy? And I'm not going to take offense to this. Do you believe that I am crazy in the chat? And I'm not going to take offense to this. I always try to, I try to figure out where I am in the world based on, because I understand, like, I don't wear masks. I don't do that stuff. So I have to check myself at some point, right? Yeah, Sir Jake, I know. Yeah. There's so much I want to say and give, but they got the AI creepy crawlers on everything. Well, with the scalpel, that's dark. I don't like that whole thing. I don't like the gore part, but I mean, if he can take down Thor, that's pretty cool. So, okay, here's a better estimate. How many people? Yeah, I follow Crow777 on YouTube, but I have a feeling I haven't probably seen a lot of his posts. You guys, by the way, you got to put a notification. You got to click the notification button on my videos, I think, or you probably won't see if I upload one. I think, I don't know. Thank you, Stripe. Not crazy. Thank you. Wow. All right, that's good. But like, do you guys? Here's maybe a better question. Do you guys think that Donald Trump will like? Do you guys think that Joe Biden is the president? I don't even know how to say that because he theoretically could be the president of the United States corporation. All right. Here's where I'll go with the last few minutes before I gotta go. And it's gonna come at you. I don't know. My belief could very well be wrong. Is that Joe Biden might theoretically be the president, like we've had for a long time, the president of the United States corporation. You guys got there's a difference between when we went to basically funny money, monopoly money, went on to the fiat currency from being backed by gold, silver, things tangible. We got signed over to the United States corporation. So my thoughts are that Joe Biden right now would be the president, or whoever Joe Biden is, of the United States corporation. My thoughts are that what you're seeing right now, policy, he wants to put a bunch of like $4 trillion into infrastructure, all this stuff. I honestly think that his role right now is to bankrupt the United States corporation. The corporation. That can get bankrupted, and then we can go back on constitutional law. The United States corporation, America United States corporation, should not be what it is right now. This is such a deeper topic, obviously. But Joe Biden in here, running up the debt, putting in stimulus, pumping a bunch of money into the economy. I think that he's going to bankrupt the United States corporation, basically. That's where we get into Nasara Jasara, where mortgage debt, credit card debt, a lot of this banker debt will be forgiven. So that's how that could come about. And then crimes against humanity will be exposed worldwide. I know I've been hoping for this for years. I just truly believe this is still going to happen. And then, because of all that, right, now, when constitutional law comes back in, within 120 days, I believe, in Nasara Jasara, you'd have new elections. The people would elect a new constitutional president. Will that be Donald Trump? Potentially. Will it be someone else? Potentially. If it's not Trump, I believe that he'll be a bigger piece in the world aspect of Jasara instead of just nationally, globally. Wow. Yeah, I actually, if someone thinks I'm crazy, that's fair. Because the world, no one believes this, right? Not many people believe this. But it's just like, oh, what is going on, man? What the heck is going on? Anyway, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Just know that what you can get with me is that I will tell you the truth as I see it. That's it. Whether you buy into what I believe the truth is or not, that's up to you. It's crazy, guys. I don't know what else to say. I gotta go. All right. Good to see you all. Take care. I think the best is yet to come. I've heard that before. I believe so. Oh, and I'd buy silver. Gold is good too, but silver is just so underpriced right now with the gold to silver ratio. Bye.